You're good. Make sure you don't lose that one. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hola,
It is.
Blanca Flamenco.
It's 8 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock?
It's
8 o'clock.
8 a.m. Good morning.
How you feeling, Chris?
I was just telling Corey I got my second win. We're good to go. I can't wait. We're gonna do
It
this
feels good?
5th time in a row. We're gonna do the whole damn thing.
It's getting exciting. And Jordan.
Four
hi,
$400
Jordan.
more dollars. Bob,
Good morning.
Bob, all I'm asking is for people to donate $400 more at GameShowMarathon.com.
$400 more dollars.
That's all I want. If we get $400 more, our final total will be $6,000 raised for Child's Play. That's a Game Show Marathon record.
That'd be amazing.
I don't even think fucking David Williams raised that much money on his own for Child's Play.
The thing we ripped off. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
the thing that we generously co-opted and made way better. Because,
Co-opted is a better word than ripped off.
Yeah, blatantly stole.
It'll be nice to
Inspired by.
get that money for the kids.
Can I zoom in
So-
on Periscope? I
Chris,
can't look the-
thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
We're
My
both a little
pleasure.
more awake, which is nice.
Much
Feel
more
good?
awake. Oh yeah, I feel great.
Do you think you know how well America thinks?
I hope I do. We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
So in this game, Chris, you can win 10 million somethings.
Can it be 10 million sizzlies?
It
'Cause
can.
those were really good.
It can be.
Really good.
Cat, I'm gonna win 10 million
You're just
sizzlies.
you're just 5 steps away.
She didn't look that excited yesterday. I know.
Speaking of breakfast, I had a McGriddle the other day at the airport.
Oh, how
It-
often was that your?
That was the first time I had a McGriddle in a long time.
It was good, wasn't it? I had my first one maybe like a month ago.
It was delicious.
It's not bad at all.
Pancakes, it's eggs and bacon.
I mean, it'll kill you. It'll
Yeah,
kill you dead.
It's fine. I'm gonna be dead at maybe like 39 probably, so it's okay. I'm good. Now sponsor. Hey, if we get McDonald's to be a sponsor for next year,
We'll have logos all over this place. That podium would be a big M.
golden arches everywhere. All right, so
Smells like
Chris,
fries.
you can outside of fries,
We're gonna be here till.
you can win $10 million doing. If you just know what America thinks.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're
5 steps away. Each question we ask you, you're going to have a range where you have to adjust, and all you have to do is make sure the correct answer falls within the range you're given.
Gotcha.
First question is worth 1,000. Second is 10,000. Third is 100,000. Fourth is a million. Fifth is 10 million.
get any money, so
10 million.
Sizzlies.
Sizzlies, right?
Sizzly.
Sizzlies?
Like a sizzle, but sizzly.
Oh, sizzlies. Sizzlies.
Sizz. Yeah. Sizzly. It's at Wawa. It's like the ready-made sandwiches at the counter. They're called Sizzlies.
Yeah, well, back in North Carolina, we had Sheets primarily.
You have Sheets in North Carolina?
Yeah, and Sheets is good. I had Wawa for the first time, like food. I think going up to Corey's wedding.
Okay.
So I went to a Wawa. I got a chicken sandwich, and it was delicious.
It's pretty good. It's expensive, but it's good.
You know what? Forget Power of 10. Let's just talk about food for the next.
Yeah.
The power of food. The power of food for the next hour. All right. So, audience, you are encouraged to help Chris get his way to the 10 million.
I don't have a damn idea what I'm doing.
$1.
Audience at home, if you have any suggestions, please in the chat let us know what you think the answer is. Are you ready, Chris?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. I don't know what the questions are, so I have no preamble for the questions. So
Oh,
let's
nice. Okay.
let's go to question number 1, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, sounds good. And here comes your first question. What percentage of Americans admit to secretly reading their partner's text messages?
Okay. What percentage of Americans admit to secretly reading their partner's text messages? I've done that. Have you?
I had not done that.
You've not done that?
I don't.
I just not for any like weird reason. I just
I've never done it.
yeah, yeah.
So you have a
Right
40.
up. Yeah.
You have a 40-point range to work with. So as
Yeah.
long as the answer falls within that range, you're good.
Okay.
So put in your first guess.
Let's see. Let's go for the little. I feel like it's gonna be more than 10, but not half of all couples. You know what I mean? Maybe. What do you think? Does that look good? You think it's in that range? The answer? Probably recently.
Everything's within a year.
Within a year. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a healthy percentage of couples do that. Yeah. It almost got me killed. All right, and lock it in with this.
Whenever you're ready to lock it in, you just hit the big red button. Locked in. So we have
Bob, this looks so cool.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Wow.
12% to 52%. What percentage of Americans admit to secretly reading their partner's text messages? For $1,000, or 1,000 sizzlies. Sizzlies. Let's see what America said.
Nice.
33%.
Wow, right in the middle, kinda.
$1,000. Not
Very
bad.
good, very good.
Really good. Let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
Now you're gonna have a 30-point range, a little smaller.
Okay.
Here comes your question. What percentage of Americans to this day still believe that the rich just get richer while the poor get poorer?
I think that's a fairly high number, I would say. I don't know if it's going to be this high, but let's bring that down a little bit. I don't know. Corey, what do you think? Okay. Dave, what do you think? Higher than that? Right there is good? Okay, let's bring that down just a little bit. Let's do like 30-60, yeah. I feel good about that.
You feel good about that?
Feel good. Everyone else feel good about that?
Anybody in the chat, Rich, talking?
I'm gonna lock it in, Bob.
You gonna lock it in?
Yeah, maybe let's do a little lower than that. Let's do
Oh, so
50 to 80.
Chat is going 50 to 80.
That's interesting. I don't know. I still feel comfortable like 30 to 60.
You have 31 to 61 right now.
Because you got a lot of people who work a lot of hours and think everything is the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
True, but do you think middle class is improving? Do you think people who are still making the top 1% just keep getting more and more money?
Not necessarily, but I don't think we're really dealing with the hard facts here. I think we're dealing with how people feel, and I think a lot of people feel like they're not getting a fair shake. But I also don't think it's going to be the majority of people, like a huge majority of people. I'm just babbling. Let's lock it in.
What percentage of Americans to this day still believe that the rich just get richer while the poor get poorer? 31 to 61. Let's see what America said.
Oh, no. No way. Oh. Oh, wow.
76.
They were right. They were right.
Chat
They
room
were
was
right.
correct on that one.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Chris.
That's okay.
You
I
had a
had
good
fun,
time?
Bob.
Now, as the contestant, you may pass the baton off to the next potential
Does
player.
anyone want to play this one? Rich? Rich, let's do it, yeah. Avenge my death. It's that to move the thing up, that to move it down.
Hold on. Hello. Rich, how are you?
I'm good. I have a report. Business, yes, business report. Yeah.
Up?
Yeah, up, down.
Don't do a negative number. I can adjust. Red is locked in.
Okay.
Don't hit that red button.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see if you can go past the second level. And
Yeah.
first question. What percentage of Americans have received speeding tickets?
Let's see.
Have you ever got caught speeding, Rich?
I've had a speeding ticket.
Yeah, speeding ticket.
It sucks. I'm gonna think that's fairly common. I think it's got to happen at some point.
We'll stay right there for now. See what the chat room says.
Yeah, I think. Sounds to me about right. 40 to 80.
40 to 80. Anybody else
Yeah.
want to weigh in on this?
All right, so that's around where I'm at. All right. Well, then I think that's good. I'm going for it.
You can go for it?
Yeah.
Hey, you locked
I
in?
like that. That felt like power.
40 to 80%. What percentage of Americans have received a speeding ticket for 1,000? Let's see what America said. What? $50, right down the middle. 1,000.
I was
Good
like,
job.
if it was below 50, people
No.
were lying.
Move on to the next question. 30-point range.
Because I got a speeding ticket, all right? I'm not an aggressive driver, all right? It happens. There's no
Happens,
shame.
it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
All right, next question, 30-point range to deal with. What percentage of Americans would pose nude for a professional photographer with no knowledge of how the photo will be used for $1,000?
But see, this is interesting because I've heard this question, but I've never heard it with like a specific disclaimer that like you have no control over how
Now,
it's
yeah,
gonna be
so,
used.
yeah, so you don't know where the photo's going to go. We'll give you $1,000 for just taking a photo of you naked. Put in your first guess.
My gut would actually say it's probably lower. And let's be honest, $1,000 isn't really that much. Yeah. Like if this was like $1 million, oh yeah, I would shoot that all the way to the roof. But 1,000, that's like,
No.
that's not. You,
Oh,
yeah.
they're not even touching the dial on that one. But you may have some people who are really adventurous and just want to say, hey, just give me the money for it. And
That's around where I would.
you're at
be.
20 to 50 right now. What do you?
Don't get me wrong, we still need money for the kids and everything. But, you know, for life-changing money, 1,000 is kind of on the smaller scale, and I think me and the chat agree. I'll go 15, 15.45. That sounds about right.
Okay. If you feel confident, you can lock that in.
Yeah, come on, chat, don't let me down.
All right, 15 to 45%. What percentage of
Are you
Americans?
smiling? You already know the answer, don't you?
I honestly don't know because I had like a database of like 500 questions and I picked like random ones to go
Okay.
in. So we'll see.
Let's see.
What percentage of Americans would pose nude for a professional photographer with no knowledge of how the photo will be used for a cool $1,000? Let's see what America said. We're looking between
Really?
15 and 45% for 10,000 for Rich. Oh. 19%.
All right. Yeah.
Good job.
10,000 sizzlers.
10,000 sizzlies. Cat will be proud. You have 10,000?
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next level for 100,000. And of course, your range is even smaller, 20 points now to work with. And here comes your question. What percentage of Americans said they could fall in love with someone who doesn't speak the same language?
What?
So what percentage of Americans said they could fall in love with someone who doesn't speak the same language?
Wow. These are good questions.
What would you say? Just you personally.
Me personally, I need to talk. I need to. Obviously, as you can see from my great skills, in all the improv games that we've played, I have to talk.
Would you take the time to learn the language if someone spoke it differently? And
Probably not.
Probably not?
But I don't know. No, I don't think I don't think I could devote that much time to learning the language. That also means that like you would believe in love at first sight and all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Or this is the only that like if you don't agree have the same language, there's no such thing as love then from there. So it's a lot of different elements
Yeah.
being played into this. Bring your first guess. Just
My first guess would probably be like 1535.
1535. Okay.
Because I bet there are some romantics that would believe that they could, but I don't think it would be. Okay, a little bit higher. Oh,
All right. And
that's
Ch-
interesting.
yeah. Chat's
Yeah,
been pretty
it is
inspired.
a lucrative business.
Awesome. Yeah.
How about 25 to 45? What was the chat said?
What are you thinking? Come on.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's got to be in the bottom half. I don't think it's above 50. Yeah, I'm gonna go 25 to 45. That sounds good. Whoever said that in chat, that sounds good. And I can't lock it in. I don't know what's going on. Ah, there it is.
There
It
you
took a
go.
while. There it is.
25 to 45. What percentage of Americans said they could fall in love with someone who doesn't speak the same language? Let's see what America said.
Come back down.
47! Rich, 2 points off.
I know.
Chat room was in it. Chat room was in it.
They were close. Hey.
Good job, Rich. Good job, Rich. Very nice. You may pass the baton off to the next player. No, I'm not. No. No, I'm good.
I'm oddly refreshed. So.
Oh, excellent. Really? Oh boy. They covered 45 and below and 50 and above. They're in the ballpark.
Gotta be one person to just get that cover
Get the
that
little
gap,
nut.
just in case.
But so far, the chat room seems to be like a good resource to go to get a good vague idea of what the answer could be. So don't let them down. It is. So you feel refreshed, you said. You're
Yeah.
back in the morning, you're here, you think you know how America thinks. Ready to give it a shot?
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Question 1 for 1,000, 40-point range on the board. Let's see the question. What percentage of Americans think they deserve to earn more money for the job that they do?
I have a feeling that's pretty much everyone.
Hey, we were all to make
Yeah,
more money,
I mean,
right?
Yeah, everyone wants
Yeah.
more money. I want more.
So yeah, put in your first guess.
First guess would be pretty high up here.
You got 54 and 94.
Yeah.
Right?
What does the chat think? What do you think?
What does the audience and what does the chat think?
100? Yeah. Well, it's not free money. It's people at work on like, I don't get paid enough for this. Right? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. No one's like, you know, I don't need a raise. I'm good with how much I'm making.
So nothing lower than 55, they said.
So, you know what? Yeah. Let's go 110 with this bitch. There we go. 100.
60 to 100.
I'm going 100.
There you go. 60 to 100, maxing out the scale. What percentage of Americans think they deserve to earn more money for the job that they do? On the road to 10 million Sizzlies. Whoa!
Really?
58.
You know, I don't mind missing it by 2%, but it's just that there's what, 42% of people are like,
You know what?
okay.
I'm gonna give you a second chance. Why not? I'm a nice guy. I'll give you a second chance, okay?
All right.
Let's do it just one time.
Okay, yeah. There you go. I'm not getting any actual money from
No,
this,
of
so.
course not. Of course not. Let's move on to the next question. What percentage of Americans said if they were offered a free tattoo of their choice from one of the top artists in the world, they would go for it?
That's a tough one. Because
Free tattoo?
I'm not a tattoo guy. So even if I was offered, I'd be like, eh. Because no matter what I get, I feel like the next day I'll be like, I shouldn't have done
Yeah, you regret it?
that. Yeah. But there are people who just love tattoos and they got a free one from a top artist. I would say maybe somewhere between 50 and 70. So what do you guys think? In the audience chat. Yeah. You think lower?
Tattoos still hurt, from what I understand.
Yeah, but people do like them.
They like them,
Yeah.
but
A thriving business.
I don't know. If I were to be asked that question, that would one of my first thoughts would be, wow, this thing kind of hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go right in the middle. Right about here with 50 in the middle.
Alright.
Because maybe a little lower. Yeah, I feel like right there.
All right,
Go with that.
25 to 55. What percentage of Americans said if they were offered a free tattoo of their choice from one of the top artists in the world, they would go for it? Let's see what America says for 10,000. $51. Nice job. So you were right in the middle, and you covered that excellently. 10,000. Let's move on to the $100,000 question. 20-point range. What percentage of Americans believe another human being will be born somewhere other than Earth by the year 2050? What percentage of Americans believe? Yeah.
That's it's kind of tough because I don't think.
You don't think
no,
so?
I don't think we're anywhere close to having a human born on another planet. But like, are that many Americans like aware of like current technology trends and things like that?
May have that small subset of people who
Yeah.
think, yeah, we're gonna be in Mars, we're gonna
Oh, 'cause
colonize it,
everyone's
but
like, you know,
yeah.
in 30 years we're gonna have jetpacks and hovercars, and it's like, no, we're not.
So put in your first guess.
My first guess probably be around like 30%. Third of people would
All right.
think that.
All right. Let's see what the chat.
What's that last one?
We have a 20 to 40 and a.
Yeah. So it's definitely somewhere around here, I think. Whatever. That's a good place as any.
There we go. 25 to 45. What percentage of Americans believe another human being will be born somewhere other than Earth by 2050? Let's see if you get it for 100,000. Oh, 20%. 20 to 40.
Just so close. So close.
So close, you get so not too far, but still close.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be on the low end, but
You're in the right area of it, but thanks for playing. I think I have one more full game loaded up on the software. Who wants to take a crack at it? Anybody? Any volunteers? Dave's gonna do it.
I'm barely awake.
Barely awake, yeah, same here. I need some coffee. Well, I will say this: the last three games, your answers, they've been relatively close to the correct response. So you can go all the way in this game.
No, I can't.
You never know. You never know. We'll do it for the Sizzlies.
That's right.
Ready for the first question?
Let's go.
40 points, 1,000. Here it comes. What percentage of Americans said they could read in another language?
It's interesting that you say read, because then you might not be able to speak it, but you might be able to fake your way through reading some of the words. And that might be enough to make you think that, yeah, I could read it. Even then, I don't think it's going to be terribly that high. We are famously a nation of monoglots. Maybe even a little lower than that. I don't know. That's my first thought. It's around there.
All right, that's your first guess, 25 to 65.
Really? Really? So I think it's exactly the opposite. I think if you see it on the page and have enough time to think about it, you might be able to parse it out.
well, some people might grow up in bilingual households,
And that's also the case too.
so they kind of grow up by hearing, but
Right.
not by
But I mean-
reading. Because at school, they might not be reading in another language.
Well, okay. That's what I'm thinking. It's these good questions. I might say, oh yeah, sure, I can read Romanian. Yeah, sure, why not?
I know what "Donde está la biblioteca" means.
Exactly.
I can read. I can read Spanish.
Give me the fish of my brother Raul. I mean, you know, it's not that hard. 20 to 60, I think, is going to be where I'm going
If
to.
you want to lock that in, hit the buzzer, and there it is, 20 to 60. What percentage of Americans said they could read in another language? Let's see. The answer for 1,000. %, right in the middle. Right in the middle. That's what we like to see. Excellent. Got 1,000, Dave, on the board. Move on to the next question, 30 points. And for 10,000, here comes the question. What percentage of Americans said they have willingly taken the blame for something they didn't do? You know, try to cover your friend's
Yeah.
backside, or maybe a
Right.
coworker at work, or who
I
knows
mean,
what it
especially
could
if
be.
something that's it's just easier for you to say, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, you know what, fine,
Yeah,
I'll just do it.
quit arguing about
Exactly.
it. I mean, especially if it's something minor. But then again, I know people are also very, stubborn as well. I mean, they want justice, and they don't want to be accused of something that they didn't do. I still think it's going to be pretty high, though.
All right,
I mean, you just need once for it to happen.
exactly.
I think somewhere around 40 to 7 is my first thought.
40 to 70 is the first thought.
Well, I've done it.
Oh.
What was that?
We're already starting.
Getting political here.
Okay. Wow.
Oh.
Any thoughts in here?
Anyone?
Exactly. I mean, all you have to do is have it happen once in your life and you qualify.
Exactly. So it's like,
So that's why I think it's a little high.
Well, let me ask you this. If he gets it wrong, who in the chat
Yes,
is going to take the
exactly.
blame for it?
My magic gonna shade is a little lower, maybe. Wow. I'll stick with that.
do that. All right. 37 to 67% of Americans said they have willingly taken the blame for something they didn't do. Let's see it.
Ooh.
64. Whoa.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Much lower than that.
Right in there for 10,000. Well done. Let's move on to the $100,000 question. The hurdle no one can just get over. Maybe you can be the one. 20-point range. Here it comes. What percentage of Americans would permanently forego their right to vote for $100,000?
That's interesting because that's we had the question about posing you for $1,000, and I think we all said, yeah, that's not enough. 100,000 is getting into that range where you might have to think about it, and we all give.
Yeah.
It's
Within a
not
year.
easier because we're not just be lazy. We don't have to do something. And I know we all give lip service about voting, being good citizens, but how many people have actually, had an election go their way because they voted? I mean, so you
Good point.
also feel that. Exactly. I mean, even for presidential elections, turnouts of what, like 50%? Right. Yeah. I have to say, this has got to be pretty high. I mean, I think it's enough money, and I think it's going to be more than that. I think it's actually going to be more than 50. I think we're looking at the top end here. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a decent reason not to vote. I hate to say it. Yeah, exactly. If they pay, yeah. This is my first thought here.
First thought is 50, 78.
All right, from the chat, got some varying ranges. I see as low as 20 and as high as 70.
Well, I've gone high then.
The consensus is this is a tricky value. 1
Yeah,
million
I
is
mean-
an easy yes, and 10,000 is an easy no.
So I think the
So-
average American that sees $100,000 think, damn, that's good money.
Yeah.
And you know, that is, yeah, not many people, not enough people vote anyway.
Tough question.
Normally the chat's pretty right though, so I will shade it a bit downward.
All right.
I'm still gonna think it's above 50 though. So I'm gonna say that.
51 to 71. Los Angeles Americans would permanently forego their right to vote for $100,000. Let's see what America said.
They're lying. They're lying.
35.
Oh, no way.
Well, someone who said 20 was in the ballpark.
I've got one person in that range.
One person.
So congrats to Casey and Turn.
You know,
If that were true, turnout
You know
would
what?
not be so crass.
since we have some time, and Dave, you're such a good player, I'm gonna give you a crack at the $1 million question.
All right.
Have a little fun with it. The chat will love it. So here is a $1 million question just for you. Let's see what
do it.
happens. What percentage of Americans said the United States will remain 50 states forever in its lifetime?
Interesting. I mean,
So-
we've been at 50 states for, quick math here, 57 years?
Yeah, not too long.
Oh, that's a very long time.
Well,
considering
true,
how long
right.
the United States has been around. So it's about, what, about a quarter of its life has been in 50 states? And what else is out there that they think is going to become a state? DC, not really. Puerto Rico, they've taken votes for it, but it doesn't really seem... Right. They can opt into it, but they had a referendum a couple of years ago. I think they voted... No, they voted yes, didn't they? Right. Texas divided to 5 states, I think. Yeah, I think that was in their constitution when they came into the union. But then again, it's like I said, it's been 50 states for 57 years.
This is saying forever.
This is yeah. This is. Oh. Here's my first thought. I must say, somewhere around the
All right,
30.
first thought is up there.
All right, chat is wide ranges. I see mostly lower than 50%, but one person is up in the 70 to 80 range.
No help in the chat.
Yeah,
Most people are between 15 and 35.
15 and
I think
35.
As humans, if it hasn't happened for us, we assume it's never going to happen, and most of our lifetimes it hasn't happened. So I'm going to go down a bit more.
Yeah. No, this is saying not in the American's lifetime, but. The,
Oh, I know, but
okay,
I mean,
okay.
you know, we're how old we are. It has to happen in our lifetime. Do we really think it is going to happen?
Yeah.
I think there's sort of like a cognitive thing going on here, where we might think it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to lock in this.
Oh, do it one more time. There it is. 25 to 35. What percentage of Americans said the United States will remain 50 states forever in its lifetime? For 1 million. Let's take a look. Off by 1. You were getting there.
Oh man.
Good game.
Yeah. What do you say?
Man, you were right. You were right in the ballpark. But great game, guys. Thank you all for playing. I guess we learned a little something today about this lovely country we live in. All a bunch of liars. They're all liars. Jerks. It is. Yeah. It is 8:43. Looking at my schedule, the next game coming up is Cribs Full House. Yeah, we do. So please, we do want to hit $6,000 if possible. We already have $2,000 coming in. So, Rich, what's our total right now on the 36? So we need $400 more to hit the elusive $6,000 mark. Please help us out. That'll be awesome. We were, hey Chris, how's it going? How are you? Guess what game's coming up next? It's Cribs Full House. What happened to your second win? Oh, I'm on the third win right now. On that note, I'm gonna go get some coffee because I need it. So we'll be right back with more of the 24-hour game show marathon.